We're very, very spoiled for choice in terms of Gregoire Boonzaier paintings on the April live sales. We've got marvelous examples from his architectural work produced in the Boerkaap in the old District 6. And we've got works starting from 1939 and two others from the 60s, one from 1965 entitled The White Pub, a wonderful historic study of the old District 6 looking down Tennant Street. And it's peopled with members of the District 6 community, as well as fruit carts and wagons, and it's a portrait of a bustling community. And in terms of his style here, very much his Cape Impressionist style. And it's interesting to know that this work was sold in 1971 for 6,500 Rand. And I put that through a South African currency calculator with inflation, and that figure comes out now at 448,000 Rand. It's interesting to note that we've placed it, before we researched that, we placed it at 400 to 600,000 Rand. So just a bit of an interesting fact there. And then alongside it, we've got this wonderful house with veranda, Old Cape Town. And in terms of the architecture, looks very much to be Georgian architecture, which would put it in the Boerkaap area. And Boonzaier was a master of patinating his buildings with a rich texture and scumbling the works with aged credibility. And it's really rare to see that in terms of the strong color that he used, how he was able to overlay such a sense of ambiance and history in the mode of Venning, who first inspired him to begin his interest in rendering Old Cape streets. Earliest of the Boonzaier paintings we have on the sale include this wonderful Rose Street Boerkaap, painted in 1939, a year after he returned from Europe and being exposed to the European avant-garde. So these works that he produced in 1938-39 are remarkable in the sense that the style is quite different from the works you see in the later works of the 40s, 50s, 60s, in that there's a great amount of luminosity in the sky. The buildings still have got a slight wonkiness, but they're a lot more angulated than the later works. But you see the root of the community portraits within these streetscapes, and the characteristic Boonzaier overlay of color and patina through scumbling, etc. But not quite as heavily worked as the later ones. So I find these works from the late 30s particularly interesting, and collectors often find them very engaging to the point of competing very vociferously for them.